The way these chopstick bowl videos are structured, they'll teach you to prepare the core dishes, appetizers, soups, sauces, meats, rice and noodle dishes, which are the building blocks for most items on an entire Chinese takeout menu. These core components can be mixed and matched to meet the desired dish from a takeout menu. There are exceptions which involve unique specialties. However, Chopstick Bowl has even included a volume covering some specialty dishes. Demonstrations are easy to follow and fun to watch. Enjoy the very first volume in the series, Soups and Appetizers. It's packed with the information that answers your age-old question, how do they do that? This volume focuses on demonstrating two of the most popular Chinese soups. You'll learn how to make Chinese takeout-style wonton and egg drop soups from scratch. You start with making the soup broth and work your way up to making the actual wontons all by hand. You can even make the wonton wrappers from scratch if you desire. Once the soups are covered, you'll easily move on to appetizers by making fried wontons. Next, you'll move on to char siu, a sweet Chinese roasted pork, which is not just an appetizer by itself, but a popular component in Chinese soups, appetizers, and many other takeout dishes. You'll even be able to build more with this throughout the series. Then you'll discover the old-time favorite, Chinese takeout-style barbecue spare ribs. Have you ever tried to make Chinese spare ribs at home, but ended up with something not even close? Well, no more guessing. Discover how easily it really is to make barbecued spare ribs at home, just like your Chinese takeout restaurant makes. When you think you've finally conquered the appetizer section of the menu, you'll learn how to make egg rolls from scratch. No pre-made frozen gimmicks here, just the actual Chinese takeout egg rolls. You'll learn how to make the filling, the wrapper, and how to roll by hand. You'll even get to see and compare some of the homemade appetizers to the store-bought ones. As you'll discover, once you start cooking, the taste and texture is the same as your local Chinese takeout, if not better. Great for making snacks for your next party or gathering. Knock their socks off with a keg of duck sauce and some homemade fried wontons or egg rolls the next time your friends come over. They won't believe you made them at home. You'll be proud of yourself, and it will definitely liven up any occasion. Volume 2, Main Course. You won't just learn how to make a few dishes, you'll learn how to cook. If paint colors and brush strokes are what an artist used to make a masterpiece, then the Main Course volume is at the core of the Chopstick Bowl series. Learn the foundational techniques for preparing meats, vegetables, and sauces. With these building blocks in your arsenal, you'll be able to jump right in and discover how to combine components to create a growing menu of Chinese takeout dishes. Ever notice that many of the fast food drive-thrus offer the same food over and over, just packaged in different ways? A good example of this is the ever-popular Mexican fast food drive-thru. Their core building blocks for just about any dish are cheese, lettuce, tomato, and some form of tortilla, and a choice of chicken or beef. So when you order a taco, you'll get a tortilla taco shell stuffed with meat, shredded lettuce, cheese, and tomato. If you order a burrito, you'll get a soft tortilla wrapped around meat, shredded lettuce, cheese, and tomato. And if you order nachos, you receive a plate of nacho tortilla chips covered with, yep, you guessed it, meat, shredded lettuce, cheese, and tomato. The combinations just keep multiplying, but with so few components to play with, the food can become boring quickly. Chinese takeout works the same way, but with one major difference. There's a whole lot of components to play with. Don't think so? Try counting the amount of items available on most Chinese takeout menus. They'll usually average in excess of 100 or so. That means you'll be able to expand your cooking ability in a very short time without the need for extended recipe card files and cookbooks. Imagine being able to cook nearly 100 different dishes without going to cooking school. This volume introduces the basic techniques showing you how to slice, dice, shred, peel, blanch, saute, and stir-fry. Then you'll learn how to prepare the popular takeout meats such as beef, chicken, pork, and shrimp. Vegetables are streamlined by demonstrating with pre-cut, frozen, or canned. Not to worry, you'll always have the option of preparing your choice of fresh veggies because you'll already know how to slice, dice, and blanch. Next, you'll learn to make some of the most guarded sauces of Chinese takeout cooking. What distinguishes one Chinese takeout restaurant from the rest is usually flavor. The sauces are what make Chinese takeout so flavorful. It's no wonder that master chefs will keep their sauce recipes a secret. In the main course volume, you'll learn how to make 3 of the most common sauces used in Chinese takeout cooking. Finally, the main course volume ties it all together by demonstrating 4 basic dishes in which the meats, vegetables, and sauces can be interchanged to create even more dishes. Once you understand the approach and are familiar with the basic techniques, you'll be able to skillfully cook just like the Chinese takeout masters. You'll be able to mix and match meats, vegetables, and sauces on the fly to accommodate any demanding mouth. Much like an artist with a palette full of colors can paint many masterpieces, you'll be able to create many colorful and delightful dishes upon request. Once you've made your way from soups and appetizers onward to the main course, you'll appreciate the diversity of the specialty dishes volume. Although the main course volume covers quite an amount of dishes listed in the average Chinese takeout menu, you can't help but notice that there's still some dishes that you can't make. What separates specialty dishes from main course is that it features dishes that are meat or vegetable specific and are non-interchangeable. For instance, how often will you see chicken with lobster sauce or double-cooked shrimp on a Chinese takeout menu? Probably never. That's because the actual dishes, shrimp with lobster sauce and double-cooked pork, are designed specifically for those meats. They would probably not taste too appealing with mixed and matched substitutes. Therefore, these non-interchangeable dishes are covered on the specialty dishes volume. This volume builds on the basic techniques demonstrated in the main courses volume. Preparations will still involve slicing, dicing, and blanching among other techniques taught in the main course. However, if you already possess basic cooking skills and don't already own the main course video, specialty dishes is easy to follow. You'll learn the Chinese takeout trick for seasoning meats and see what Chinese ingredients to use for sauces. You'll extend your skill set by adding a variety of favorites, like pepper steak, shrimp with lobster sauce, and mapo tofu to your own personal menu. The one thing in common that the main course and specialty dishes volumes heavily depend upon is noodles and rice. Nearly all Chinese takeout dishes are accompanied by either rice or noodles. The next time you order takeout, try eating an actual dish without rice. Worse off, try cooking for your guests a Chinese takeout dish without the rice and see the uptight response that follows. No Chinese takeout menu would be complete without offering the varieties of noodles and rice for which Chinese cooking is famous. Finally, you'll get back to simplicity with the noodles and rice volume. The noodles and rice volume builds on the basics provided in the main course and allows for interchangeable meats and vegetables. You'll learn the difference between the various kinds of noodles and how to cook them. You'll be able to combine different meats and vegetables with fried rice, chow mein, mai fan, lo mein, and chow fun noodles. This means that you can boast about the increasing number of dishes that you're able to cook. The best part is that you'll have conquered them in a fraction of the time that it would have taken to learn each dish separately. It's one of those things that'll make you say, I can do that. Amazingly, you'll learn enough of the essentials so that you'll be able to cook most of the common Chinese takeout dishes that make up an average menu.